Hey everyone, today I want to introduce you to another toolkit control called the DrawerFlyoutPresenter. And so the DrawerFlyoutPresenter is a special control that to be used inside of the template of a flyout presenter in order to allow things like gesture support and many other things. So some of the stuff that you can build using this DrawerFlyoutPresenter is something like a bottom sheet or a card, something flying up from the bottom of the application, or a drawer menu, like a burger menu that opens up when you invoke it on the screen from a specific action. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I'm talking about in terms of an application. So we have two things that we're going to look at today. So the first one is going to be a drawer flyout sort of drawer menu, that we can sort of play around with. And so this is our WebAssembly application running right now. And we have our navigation bar up here at the top, which is a control within Toolkit that we've covered before. And we have this burger menu icon as our main command. Now I've set this up so when we click on this this burger menu, we'll see a nice menu open up and fly in from the left side of the screen. You'll notice that it's light dismissible. I can reopen it. It also has gesture support, so I can drag it closed and open, and you'll see that the light dismiss overlay, that the color there is sort of fading in and out as we progress the dragging of the actual menu itself, and we could swipe it closed. So let's take a look at some of the code for how we got that to work with the DrawerFlyoutPresenter. This is our main our main page. And so the part that I want you to focus on right now is the navigation bar that we were talking about. So this navigation bar has this main command defined that's going to be the left side button there that was next to our title. It has that burger menu app icon, but what I want to focus on here is we're setting the flyout property of the app bar button to this customized nav flyout control. If we were to look at the nav flyout XAML, you'll notice that it's just a simple flyout. There's nothing special to it. It's just a WinUI flyout with some custom UI that's not really important here. It's just showing the image and the buttons that we saw within the UI. The big heavy hitter here is this flyout presenter style that we're setting to our custom nav flyout presenter style. This is defined in our app resources. So if we jump over to app resources, our nav flyout presenter style is right here. And the only thing it's really doing is setting that corner radius. So we had those nice rounded corners on the top right and bottom right corners of the flyout. Everything else is coming from this left drawer flyout presenter style, which is a mouthful. But within the toolkit, the drawer flyout presenter comes with a preset amount of styles within the toolkit resources. So left, bottom, right, and top drawer flyout presenter style, which has a lot of the properties preset and ready to go to either be displayed flying in from the top, the bottom, the right, or the left. Obviously, this is our left drawer flyout, so it's coming out of the left side of the screen. We'll get into some more customizations in a second, but that's basically all you have to do to get a drawer flyout presenter set up in your application, and you have your choice whether you want it to fly in from any side of the screen, and we have pre-built styles all set up for you. Now, if we jump back to our sample app, I mentioned cards or sheets before, right? So we can have something like a bottom sheet display in the application. So if I were to toggle this button or press this button, you'll see the same sort of idea as that drawer menu that came out of the left. We have this sheet that came up from the bottom, and we have that nice gesture support, and we have our different UI that you can define in here, and you can again dismiss it with your gestures, or you can light dismiss it. So if we were to look back at our main page, now we can focus on the button here. And so our button, same idea, we're just using the flyout property of our button, and we're setting it to some bottom sheet flyout. And really, I only extracted these into a bottom sheet flyout and a nav flyout just for brevity within the main page, so it looks nicer. But there's nothing special about this bottom sheet flyout. If we go to the XAML, once again, it's just a simple flyout with some simple UI down there. And again, we have this style that we're setting on the flyout presenter style, the bottom sheet flyout presenter style, I called it. So back in our app resources, our bottom sheet flyout presenter style is here. And you guessed it, it is now basing itself on the bottom drawer flyout presenter style. So that's going to make it be able to fly out from the top. And we have a little bit of customization here. So again, we're setting this corner radius to give it that nice rounded corners. But you'll notice that we have these attached properties that are available to you for your FlyoutPresenter styles. So I actually want it to take up 40% about of the screen when it flies up from the bottom, right? So 40% of the actual height of the window itself will be taken up by this sheet. I can define this as 100%. I could define this as anything I want. It's sort of up to you. And we have a whole bunch of other attached properties that are available to you to customize your application. So if we jump back to the documentation, you'll see them all listed here. And these are available either as directly as properties on the DrawerFlyoutPresenter control or as attached properties, sort of like how Scroll Viewer has, direct properties on itself, but also provides itself as attached properties to other controls. And so you can define such things, and these are things that are preset in these styles that I was talking about, but you have ability to override them. So defining such things as open direction, the drawer length that we saw, the color of that light dismiss background that fades in is out, whether you should actually be able to use a gesture to drag the flyout itself, as well as whether the flyout itself will be light dismissible in any way at all. And so this is all available to you right out of the box with Uno Toolkit. The styles are there for you. The attached properties are there for you. The control is there for you. So go ahead, build some really cool stuff with it. Let us know what you've built with it. Show us on Twitter. Show us wherever. Yeah, so I hope you learned something, and I'll catch you in the next one.